A cold case in Tennessee has finally been solved. Two children kidnapped 20 years ago have been found. Their grandfather is accused of the crime. CBS News correspondent John Blackstone reports.
Bobby and Christy Baskin were just 7 and 8 years old when they disappeared in 1989.
We have never stopped loving them. We have never stopped praying for them. And that was an answered prayer, just to know they were alive.
The man just arrested for kidnapping the children so long ago is their own grandfather, Marvin Maple. He'd moved from Tennessee to this neighborhood in San Jose, California, where he and the children lived under new names.
We believe that they were homeschooled to keep them from, one, registering schools, give them Social Security, date of birth, who their mother and father are, any type of information.
Maple and his wife, who died 2 years ago, disappeared with Christy and Bobby after a nasty custody battle. They claimed the children had been sexually abused by their parents.
These charges were false. No abuse had occurred.
My feelings for my dad is that I hope he finds help. There's no punishment that could give us back 20 years.
Debbie and Mark Baskin are hoping for a reunion, but they understand their son and daughter may need time to adjust.
They were 7 and 8 when they were kidnapped, so they have a memory of us. And I'm asking them to access that, just go back in their mind and think about the times we had together as a family. They've been living a lie for 20 years.
John Blackstone, CBS News, San Francisco.
We're joined now by Ernie Allen, president of the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Good morning, Ernie.
Good morning, Maggie.
This case is amazing. I guess it proves that it's never too late for a missing person to be found.
Absolutely. You just don't ever close these cases. You continue the search, and in this one, somebody in the public provided a key piece of information that led to the identification of these kids and their abductor.
This particular case, begs the question of why a father would take away his own daughter's children. He said it was because they were being abused, but that was never proven. What do you find could be another reason in these cases?
Well, the typical motive is anger or revenge. We really don't know what his mental state was, what his emotional condition is, whether he felt genuinely that he was rescuing these kids or what the motive was. The concern is there are always better options than abducting children. I mean, he has stolen their childhood. He's denied their parents access to them for 20 years.
And now, after 20 years, how do you go about reuniting these children and these parents, Ernie?
Well, you do it slowly and you do it cautiously. We have a top psychologist who's involved in helping with the reunification. These kids will be talked to, and it's just a slow, cautious process. In situations like this, we don't know what they've been told over the past 20 years. We don't know what they believe, whether there's been a kind of brainwashing happening. So you just have to be patient.
All right. Ernie Allen, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you, Maggie.